Hollow Knight is a wonderful game with epic boss fights, beautiful scenery, and amazing parkour. Truly is a masterpiece. And then here's Silksong! But let's be real here. After 7 years of waiting, is this game worth it? Yes it is. Hollow Knight has one notable DLC, the Godmaster, that adds a giant room that you can fight any previous bosses. Wait, what is that? So, they added a new difficulty to the Hollow Knight bosses. Attuned, Ascended, and Radiant. Attuned is how you fight the boss in the normal game. Ascended is a slightly more difficult version with more health and faster attacks. And Radiant is Ascended, but you can't get hit or you die. And every boss in Silksong is currently on the Tuned difficulty. This isn't Ascended? Yeah, shocking. So what if the Hollow Knight Silksong bosses were in Ascended difficulty? What would it be like? This will be split into two categories: difficulty changes and arena changes. Anyways, with all said and done, let's just go straight into the video and I can stop yapping. Moss Mother, by far one of the easiest bosses, so we need to make it a lot more difficult. Taking inspiration from our good pal Vengefly King, we can see that there is a single platform in the middle of the arena. So it's safe to say that the arena changes will just shrink the arena into a small, tiny platform in the middle of the air. Difficulty changes. Well, of course, Moss Mother is insanely easy, so there's no way to make it really difficult without altering the boss. Why don't we add a second one, you might ask? Well, there's already a second version of a Moss Mothers that does that. So, the only thing we can really do is just fasten the attacks and maybe summon more enemies. The Bell Beast, a second boss that most players will usually encounter. While he's difficult on the first try, he's really easy. But I have an idea. What if the Bell Beast summoned the Beastlings to occasionally dash across the screen? That would honestly be quite a good change. It would not only hurt you physically, but it would also hurt you mentally because you don't want to kill the Beastlings. For arena changes, I feel like we should keep it simple. Just shrink the arena. Make it so the Bell Beast takes up 1/2 of the screen instead of 1/3 of the screen. This would not only make it harder to hit the Bell Beast, but it would also make it harder to dodge the Beastlings and dodge the bells. The fourth chorus. Probably the fourth boss that someone will face on a normal playthrough. He's quite difficult for an early game boss, but he's still but easy. For difficulty changes, there isn't much we can do with his mechanic of breaking the lava platforms, but we could just make more meteors fall from the sky and make his swipes more instant. There's not much we can do in the difficulty department, but for the arena department, we have a lot more space to work with. How about, instead of 5 platforms, let's make it 3 platforms? Yippee! Yep. That's all I got. Yep. I quit, man. Moorwing. The 5th boss that someone will usually face in their playthrough. Now, there isn't much we can do with him, but I guess, somewhat similar to Gorb, we should definitely just make 3 small platforms in the arena. Now, this would make it like 10 times more difficult to beat Moorwing, but that's just a skill issue, to be completely honest. Now, for difficulty challenges, that is a new one. Well, I mean, his dash attack is really annoying, and the spinning saw blade poopy scoopy attack is also really stupid, so make him do that more. So yeah, not a lot for Moorwing, but I mean it is a pretty trashy boss, so I wouldn't have much idea. I mean, it's fine, but it's not a great boss. Sister Splinter. Now, hear me out. You see this thing on the side of the arena? Just make the arena smaller with the vines, and make it so Sister Splinter can smack down the vines. And just make them grow back after a second. So, like, it would be a perfect thing. This would not only make the boss fight harder, but it would still keep the core gameplay of the actual boss fight. And for minions, I feel like she can summon the minions not just when she goes above, but whenever she wants to. Well, this would make it a lot harder, but it would still be manageable with the tools you have at the end of the game. Widow, probably one of the most difficult Act 1 bosses. So let's just double the amount of bells. She throws 2 bells? Let's make it 4 bells. She throws 5 bells? Let's make it 10 bells. No, not 10 bells. That'd be literally impossible. There's not much we can do with her attacks, but we could make the attacks more quick, or make it more instant. That would not only make it more difficult, but it would also keep it fair for the amount of tools we have at this point in the game. For arena changes, just shrink the arena. Oh god, man. That's all I can think of, man. I am out of ideas. Legs, probably the Hornet of Silksong. And well, my only idea would be to give her Lace 2 attacks. That would be a lot more difficult, but I mean, you have a lot of tools, and it's only first Lace, so it's not going to be life-changingly difficult. And for arena changes, I feel like you could raise the lava. That would make it so you can't save yourself with wall jumps if you wanted to. This is honestly one of the best arena changes that you can do, because if you even make one mistake and slip off slightly, then you are gone. The last judge, probably the last boss that most players will fight on their playthrough of Act 1. I feel like we could make his fire attacks more difficult, such as adding more rings of fire in this attack, and more pillars of fire in this attack, etc, etc. That would make it way harder to dodge the fire attack, but you can still build like a crest with the amount of tools you have to dodge it. And for arena changes, I mean, I would just say shrink the arena, but like, I'm biased against this boss. I love this boss so much, so I don't really have any way to make it for the better. Anyways, that is gonna be it for this video. If you haven't already, just go buy Silksong. Like, it's only 20 bucks, which is a steal for a game that's perfect. So just go buy the game if you haven't. But I greatly appreciate you for watching this all the way through. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.